When I was helping my sister set up a little backyard oasis for her summer barbecues, she kept telling me she didn't want to blow a fortune on a set that would wilt after a couple of rainstorms. She'd seen a ton of glossy ads promising lifetime outdoor comfort, but she also remembered a previous purchase where the cushions turned a mildewed green after the first season. That's the feeling that lands a lot of people on the fence before they click add to cart. If you're in that spot right now, the link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So I dug into what makes the Puppaleaf outdoor dining set different from the sea of aluminum and plastic combos you'll find on a typical home improvement aisle. The set arrives as an 11-piece package, a rectangular table, 4 chairs, a bench, and a separate low table that can double as a serving trolley. The frame is made from powder-coated aluminum, and the backrests are woven from Rattan, a synthetic material that mimics the look of natural rattan but is supposed to hold up better to UV exposure and moisture. The cushions are thick, with a dense foam core wrapped in a UV-resistant fabric. That's the headline stuff, but the real question is how those elements behave once you put the set under your patio, under a hot sun, or in a sudden downpour. First off, let's talk about the people who will get the most mileage out of this set. If you have a medium-sized patio or a deck that comfortably fits a rectangular table with a few chairs, and you enjoy casual dining or weekend brunches outside, this is a strong candidate. The bench gives you an extra seat without taking up the extra space you'd need for a 5th chair, which is handy when you have a larger family or a group of friends over. The low side table is a thoughtful addition if you tend to set out drinks, appetizers, or a portable speaker. You can slide it right next to the bench without crowding the main table. For someone who wants a coordinated look, meaning you don't have to hunt for matching chairs and a bench, this set provides a ready-made solution that looks put together right out of the box. On the flip side, if your outdoor space is very tight, say, a balcony that barely accommodates a 2-person table, this 11-piece set may feel oversized. The bench, while convenient, can also be a storage challenge because its legs are fixed. You can't fold it away when you need the area for a different purpose. Also, if you're the type of homeowner who expects a set-it-and-forget-it situation with zero maintenance, you should know that the cushions, despite the UV-resistant cover, will eventually need a wipe down and occasional refluffing to keep them from flattening. They're not a forever soft, never compress situation. The foam will give a little over multiple seasons. Now, the practical strengths that stand out after a few weeks of real use. The aluminum frame is solid without being heavy. My sister mentioned that a single person could lift and reposition a chair without any tools, which is a relief when you want to shuffle seating for a different event. The powder coat on the metal held up after a weekend of unexpected thunderstorms. There was no rust on the corners where the bolts meet the legs. That's a concrete sign that the finishing process is more than just a pretty color. It actually protects the metal in the harsh outdoor environment. The Rattan backrest is where the set earns points for aesthetics and function. It looks like the natural rattan you'd find on a seaside cafe, but the synthetic fibers stay dry and don't become brittle under the sun's heat. In the first heat wave of the season, the backrest stayed cool enough that the chairs didn't become uncomfortably hot to the touch, a problem I've encountered with plain metal chairs that act like radiators. The weaving pattern also provides a bit of ventilation, so you're not sitting on a flat, sweaty surface for hours. The cushions are another highlight, but they're a double-edged sword. The thick foam makes the chairs comfortable for longer meals. You can sit for an hour and not feel the hard seat beneath. The fabric, however, is not a heavy-duty marine canvas, so after a particularly dusty weekend when the patio was under construction, the surface collected fine particles that needed a quick vacuum. If you have kids who love to bring snacks and sometimes spill, you might find yourself spot cleaning more often than with a smoother vinyl chair. The good news is that the cushion covers are removable with a simple zip, so you can throw them in the washing machine if they get stained. When it comes to hidden trade-offs, the set does require a bit of assembly, about an hour for 2 people, according to the instructions. The aluminum pieces are pre-drilled and the hardware is provided, but you'll need a screwdriver. The package includes a basic Allen key and a clear workspace. If you're hoping for a set that arrives fully,